Hello, welcome to Crackers and Milk. This is your host David. Well, I'm joined tonight by Mike and Jacob.
Yeah, should I turn this way?
I kind of think
Probably.
I should.
Why not?
This is a first.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the camera.
yeah. This is weird.
Are
This
you
is weird.
adjusted enough?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, tonight, or our first episode that we are going to talk about is actually Notting Hill, starring Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. And Jake has our synopsis.
William Thacker is a London bookstore owner whose humdrum existence is thrown into romantic turmoil when famous American actress Anna Scott appears in his shop. A chance encounter over spilled orange juice leads to a kiss that blossoms into a full-blown affair. As the average bloke and glamorous movie star draw closer and closer together, they struggle to reconcile their radically different lifestyles in the name of love.
In the name of love. One night in the name of love.
You crazy fool, I won't give in to you.
Don't leave me this way. I love that show.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Moulin Rouge.
We are not talking about that song. We're talking about Notting Hill.
In the name of love.
Okay, so then Mike has our paragraph because this is his movie that he chose for our list.
Don't we all think that we would like to go on a date with a celebrity and live the good life? Mm-hmm. Certainly celebrities are just normal people with different problems. It is great to see these two people from two different backgrounds come together and how they can mesh. The love story intertwined with his family and his roommate make this union very fun. That's my little paragraph.
Huh.
It is fun.
Why do you like this movie?
That whole, would that ever happen? Wouldn't that be fun? We're going to take Dave, for instance, because he's the semi-single man. You're not engaged, that I know of.
Yes, not
Okay.
engaged.
But you're at school. Yeah, crazy. You're at high school.
Mm-hmm.
In walks a celebrity, and you're like, whoa. And then you spill orange juice on her, so it's kind of weird. But just this whole, wow, this is crazy. Of all the people, she walks into my life. I mean, the person you're dating. Oh, we will call her, because I don't know if she wants her name revealed on this podcast.
Oh, Olivia, she doesn't listen to it.
Okay.
So it's okay.
But no, it's just fun, that whole...
Well, and...
Because I'm sure celebrity... Like, I always thought that. For me, my celebrity crush is Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
And I always thought, man, if I could hook up with Helen Hunt, and... What would my life be like? Would she be like, this is awesome, I get to hang out with somebody who's not... some weird celebrity. I don't know. That's
the charm also of Notting Hill in that situation is Hugh Grant has no idea who she is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Like, she has to reveal, like, hey, I'm this person. And he's like, oh
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
Like, yeah. Like, I remember I was at a movie theater, and I was with somebody, and I was like, hey, that's Alex Boyer.
Oh, really?
And,
yeah.
There was one other person who was over there talking to him, getting a picture with him. And she's like, who's Alex Boyer? I was like, he's like an LDS artist.
Yeah.
And he does covers, he Africanizes them and all this stuff. And she's like, I have no idea who you're talking about. But, like, to me, I didn't go up and talk to him because it's...
Yeah. It's...
Like, I've always thought of my uncle as a kind of a minor celebrity in the Church of Jesus Christ culture in Utah because he does a lot of paintings and all that stuff, and people are like, "Oh, do you like?" Da, 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 and it's like, he's my uncle.
He's my uncle. Yep.
Yeah.
Where and that was the great thing that Hugh Grant did to Notting Hill to Julia Roberts. Like, well, you're not that big of a deal. Well.
Right.
You're cool, but you're not that big of a deal.
Yep.
So yeah.
I didn't think of it.
So
like
if you
that.
didn't,
Yep.
if you didn't know who Helen Hunt was, and then you had that chance because you're not awestruck by her, like, oh my gosh, she's so.
Right. Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
She
Wait, you
seems
do-
like a cool person. Let's talk.
You do what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's one of the
So it's kind of
things.
like, who's the guy that I called the brother-in-law?
Oh, Bernie.
Bernie. It's like when Bernie meets her at the house. That's great. That whole interaction.
Yeah.
And what kind of film do you, or what kind of movies? And she's like, oh, film, and and so what kind of money do you make in that? What was your last film? $15 million.
I was looking on IMDb. Do you know, she said that, and that's how much she made it for that movie.
For that movie, that's
For
awesome.
that movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's that was fun because I think that was fun that she got to play an actress being an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of fun. Just this is my life. Like I think some of the things that were said in the movie were her life.
Yeah.
Because they're asking what could be so bad about your life.
Yeah.
She's like, I've been on a diet every day since I was 19.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past that is exactly how she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I would think that's what all celebrities have to do. Like,
Yeah, depends
Yeah.
upon the celebrity.
yeah, depends on it.
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah. Okay.
so that's the reason I couldn't live without it.
What was one of your favorite lines, or some of the favorite lines of the movie?
So I really enjoyed the part where he does the press conference.
Which one, Spike or Hugh?
Hugh goes to the press conference
Oh, okay, yeah.
and sits down and for what is it, Horse and
He
Hound?
says he's from Horse and Hound.
Horse and Hound. And I mean, I like the part where he's talking to her, to Anna, but I like the part where he's who's he with? The guy who can't speak English, yeah. And he says, "Did you identify with the character that you were playing?" And the actor's translator says, "No." Well, why not? And the actor's translator says, "Because he is playing a psychopath flesh-eating robot."
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I love that whole. I'm glad they showed lots of characters that he had to go and interview because seriously, if you were in that position, you've never seen the movie that apparently took place in outer space, and that's why there's no horses in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was good, and then I really like the dinner scene with. I like it when with his sister Honey, and Anna needs to go to the restroom, so she's like, "Oh, I'll take you. It's right over here." And then she comes back out to the family. I don't believe it. I actually walked into the loo with her. I was still chatting when she started unbuttoning her jeans. She had to ask me to leave. So good.
Yes.
What's surprising to me in that whole movie is that Spike and his sister don't see each other until like close to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
why didn't they, like, his brother just kind of like come up or something?
I kind of wish there was more Spike in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there was a perfect amount.
Do you think there's a perfect amount?
I mean, he goes out and flexes for the paparazzi
So good.
with his butt cheek hanging out of his tidy grays or whatever that he was wearing.
Tiny Grace.
He's like, gray. Chicks love gray. Yes, he was funny. And then the going to the cinema with the goggles on because Spike was sitting on the glasses.
Yeah.
Isn't it the scuba goggles?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, scuba.
Yeah.
Because Spike wears them earlier. He's like, these are weird. I can't see out of them. They're
Yeah.
prescription.
Yeah.
So funny.
Do you feel they have good chemistry together?
Hugh and Julia.
Yeah. From your face, it looks like no, but
No,
I liked it. I
No,
thought it
I
was
was
good.
asking a question.
I know. Yeah, I like their age seemed appropriate from other movies that I've seen.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, appropriate ages together here. Yeah, I thought they were a good chemistry.
I think Hugh is funny. Personality wise,
The very dry humor throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and she seemed to have a little bit more lively humor, and you could tell that there was a little bit of a difference in that, but it didn't. I don't think it was bad for the movie to have those two different, because with Hugh Grant, like watching a lot of movies with him, it seems he has, like, in that instance in Notting Hill and in other movies he's in, he kind of carries the same type of humor, just a little, the English or British humor.
Yeah.
And she, she's totally American, and so there's a little bit of a mismatch, but I don't think it's much of a mismatch, or the chemistry is terrible. I think it's believable.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I thought they were really cute together.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Good question posed.
Yes.
I just didn't believe, when you watch it on YouTube, people, I just was like, oh, Jake is like, this chemistry is crap. That's what it looked like to me. And I was like, oh, I want to know why.
No, I don't think I came across that way. But, yeah.
Well, like, watching it and then watching other movies with him, I don't know if there's ever a perfect person for him to be. The chemistry is good with Hugh Grant. Like, let's talk about one that we did, 50 First Dates, with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. Those two chemistries, that chemistry is really, really good. And you could tell that they like each other. You could tell that they get along off screen. And then, like with Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, I'm not sure, because Julia Roberts is big, Hugh Grant was, at that time, she's big, but Hugh Grant was getting big too.
Big.
Yeah,
and so it's like there's a little of a mismatch, that's why this story is very believable.
Yeah,
and very good between those two. Like, but there is a minor chemistry issue, but I don't think it's a huge enough to be like, okay, this kind of like what you said in the past, where if something takes you out of the movie,
it
doesn't take you out of the movie. It's like, okay, yeah, this is believable.
Nothing really took me out of this movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there a better actress? Do we know any? I'm not knowledgeable as you guys, but is there any actresses that are British that would have been better?
In 1999?
As big as Julia Roberts?
Think about it, in 1999.
I know.
No.
I mean, who's a current actress that's British that would be
the only one that I would
pair?
think that it could be close is maybe Kate Winslet, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But I would even say Kate Winslet never got to the height of Julia Roberts.
No.
Titanic was her closest thing to it, so she got big on that one, but nothing like she's done really good movies since. Like, I'm not saying she hasn't, but it's like that was her high point, and then she's a really great actress. Yeah. But her high point was the Titanic. Julia Roberts, you had Pretty Woman, and then you had a bunch of, like, Still Magnolias was good, but that was when she was starting. And then you had all these other movies that made her even bigger, just big, like name recognition and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Sweet.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
Let's see.
Well,
wow,
I'll go then.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
So that sequence when she leaves because of the paparazzi, and Bill Withers ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and he's walking down the street, and it goes from kind of fall through winter into early spring, and
when he's out by the market.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a passage of time without really showing a passage of time.
Yeah. That's right.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So because it shows that pregnant woman at the beginning of it, and it shows the woman with the baby.
Oh.
Wow.
At the end.
Wow. Nice.
You guys didn't pick up on that?
No.
And then another favorite part is Spike running in with the newspaper, getting ready to do something. And she's in the bathtub. You must be Spike.
And he goes, thank you.
Yes.
Spike, Spike definitely has... You definitely want more of Spike at times, but then I totally agree with you, though. There's enough of him that it's the comic relief, it's the funny part about the whole movie that it just makes you laugh. His stuff makes you laugh, and then Hugh Bonneville, or their buddy, he makes things funny, and then the sister makes things funny, and then those things, just those small parts of everybody coming in and contributing. And Spike, he definitely did steal the show comedically, but it's because that's what they asked him to do. Is like because he was weird.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
So I found it refreshing that there was a character in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And that she was just a normal character.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't. I mean, she was somewhat tragic, but she was still just.
I didn't even realize she was in a wheelchair until Anna was like, "Oh, what happened to her?" I was like, "Wait, what happened to her? What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, she's in a wheelchair."
And I love that when they're going to go get Anna, and they all pile in the car, and he's like,
"Best part." Oh, I love that part.
I forget her name, Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
Where's Bella? Or her husband, who is Hugh Grant, William's best friend from college.
Yeah.
And she's not coming. He's like, no.
Nope.
Yep.
Goes and grabs her.
And he's like, "You get in the back, and you get in the back. Open the..."
Bernie, get in the back.
Yeah.
Packs up the wheelchair, and then she was the catalyst for him getting into the press conference at the end.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what did she say she was? That was good. She's like, "I'm representing a magazine who rates how hotels treat people in wheelchairs." And he's like, "Oh, it's in this room."
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yes.
Don't mess with me.
Yeah.
That's a good part, too.
I think some of my favorite parts is Spike, because it's very memorable, and then the dinner scene.
The dinner scene's
where
the
they
best.
talk about where I don't know if I'm stealing your thing.
Oh, no,
I'm not
love that.
stealing anything from you.
No, it's on my list of stuff, but no, talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where we did talk about a little bit before, but where they were talking about the tragic story to win a brownie.
Right. That's a good.
And then
that's a good game.
she talks about Bella. She talks about hers. William or Hugh Grant talks about theirs, and then they were awarding it to William, and Julia Roberts like, "Oh,
What about
don't
me?
I get a shot?"
Yeah,
and then they're
don't.
like, "Sure." And then so she does it, and she does a pretty good job, and then they say, "Nope."
Nope,
And then
nice
gives
try.
it to William.
Oh, you poor actress.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
And so that part was some funny, and then Spike, of course, Spike was just funny enough. Like, it was funny with him.
And then I found the sequence of them setting him up on dates after she leaves the first time.
Yeah.
I'm a fruitarian. What is a fruitarian?
Yeah.
The last girl he went on a date with.
She looked familiar, but I don't really.
Yeah. It's like Emily Mortimer or something like that.
Like I said, she looks familiar,
Yeah.
but I have no idea what her name is.
Yeah. I think it's Emily Mortimer. I could be wrong, though. But she's in other movies and that sort of stuff. But she's the only one that was recognizable in those dating things. Yeah. But anyways, what about you, Michael?
Favorite part?
Yeah, favorite part.
Oh, I love the
Favorite
dinner
part.
scene. Yep.
Yeah.
That whole dinner scene is just... with other
I stole
movies...
it then.
No, you're
No.
good. No, the dinner scene's good, but just to bring up a contrast, 50 First Dates. I'm going to use that a lot in, I think, our podcast, because I think 50 First Dates is like the thing to meet
perfect
for a
one?
rom-com.
Yeah.
It's just so good. Because there can be comedy between the main actors.
Mm-hmm.
There's that comedy. But I've noticed in a lot of these other movies, you have to introduce people to make the comedy happen. At least that's how I feel. There's not something haha funny until you bring in other people, because the romantic piece is Hugh and Julia. Yep. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Hugh Grant is hilarious in this.
That's just how I feel. There's more haha funny moments to me when it's other people, not them together. Tell me the together parts that are funny, of Julia and Hugh together funny.
Let me get there.
Okay. But
that's just, I guess, the
surreal but nice. I apologize about the surreal but nice. It's okay. I thought the real low point was the honey. In apricots.
Yep. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not ha funny.
Yes, it is.
Not to me, I guess.
Well, but let me ask this about it, though. Because you're bringing up Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
With 50 First Dates, and Adam Sandler has this American-style humor.
Yeah, I mean...
Which you love.
Oh, yeah. If Hugh Grant said fart, I'd probably laugh. But he's not going to say that.
So...
I'll pass the gas.
In with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts, they don't have that comedic thing that Adam has. Because Adam that's what he did before. That's what got him super popular, is he did SNL, he did stand-up, then he did SNL, then he goes into all these movies that were really funny.
Yeah.
Really funny movies that a lot of people like, but people just say, well, it's Adam Sandler humor. And so once you watch one Adam Sandler movie, you've watched them all.
Uh-huh.
But with Hugh Grant, it's that dry, but more just the British humor, where you have to sit there and just listen and be in tune for that. So it's like definitely two different. So like when Jake says it's funny, yeah. But it's not as funny as out loud as Adam Sandler. If that's what you want, then you wouldn't want. I would never choose to watch a Hugh Grant movie to get an out loud funny reaction. I would watch an Adam Sandler movie.
Right, but I'm still saying I feel like there's more haha moments when it's people outside of the romantic part.
You didn't think it was funny when he's trying to climb over the fence and he says whoops-a-daisies and she starts mocking him?
No. It's not funny to me.
That is funny.
See, I don't
Something's wrong with you, Mike.
Yeah, I know.
No.
It's not funny to me.
It's just he has different sense.
When she says, only people in the 1920s said whoops-a-daisy, blah, blah, blah.
Little blonde girls with ringlets.
Yeah. But that's not... I didn't laugh. To me, that's not funny.
And I get that.
Yeah. It's just not a funny part.
Agree to disagree.
It's funny, but I didn't laugh. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
No, and
that's a funny statement to me.
Well, but I think that's what British humor is more of the funny statements, and you have to find the ironic stuff in it, or the funny parts in it, not Adam Sandler or American comedies where it's like a lot of times in your face.
Yeah. And
you'll laugh at it. But I could be totally wrong.
I just think when you have other people within, that's
and you're
funny.
talking about how the main actors aren't that funny.
Right.
But the side characters are a lot more funny than the main actors.
Exactly.
Like Spike is funny. The sister's funny. The brother, his best friend.
Right.
And then Bernie or whatever.
Bernie, good job.
He's funny too.
Yeah, I love Bernie.
They bring in the funny, not Hugh Grant or Julia Roberts. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like so when Bernie finds out when she goes to the bathroom and everybody's like, Anna Scott, and he's like, Anna Scott? And then he's like, oh my gosh. I think that's hilarious. I started laughing out loud. When he found out, oh crud, I was talking to Anna Scott. Yeah. I laughed. Because to me, oh crud, to me that was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was my laugh out loud, and it was just him realizing it.
That it was Anna Scott.
Not whoops-a-daisy.
I thought they were cute and funny together.
Yeah.
So, I find the character of Spike funny, but annoying at times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think, like we've talked about, there's enough of Spike. Mm-hmm. And if they had more of Spike, it would be more annoying than funny. Like, they gave him enough time where he's memorable. Very memorable, personally speaking. Mm-hmm. Do you know what other movie he's on?
He's in a lot of movies.
He's in Harry
in a lot of
Potter.
movies.
He's
Where?
Luna's dad.
Oh.
Just so you know. Because I was like, who is this guy? What else has he been in? And sure enough, he's in Harry Potter.
He's also in The Replacements. That's the only other one that I forgot.
He's the kicker.
Yeah, he's the kicker. Sorry, Shane. He was the smoker, too. So funny. Anyways. What else do we do?
No.
Then good. We do recommend it.
Yeah.
Recommend.
How often? Once a year, every 2 to 3 years, every 5 years, every 10 years.
5 to 10 would be for me.
5 to 10?
Yeah.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. Even that you chose it, 5 to 10.
Yeah.
And I like the movie better than you do.
Well, Dave chose the one I wanted earlier in this season, but that's okay.
See, I've stolen a couple things from you already today.
No,
I would
good.
probably give it 2 to 3.
2 to 3.
I think 2 to 3 would be okay. Where you,
Yeah.
where it's a good watch.
I recommend it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a cute, sweet movie with a good payoff at the end.
yeah. That is a good payoff.
Happy endings all around, because that's what a comedy is.
And I probably cried in this movie more than I laughed.
Oh, you're talking about...
I'm
Don't
a softie.
forget, after all, I'm just a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Yep. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Okay.
So we recommend it and give it a watch. So Notting Hill, thank you for joining us and have a great day. Please subscribe, rate, and leave a comment. And we are on all podcasting formats. So have a great day.